Today we're going to look at short vowel sounds in English. The English language has 5 vowels, which are A, E, I, O, and U. And these vowels have short and long sounds with them. Today we're going to look at the short vowel sounds. So why don't we get started? If we look at the letter A, the short sound for that would be A. A is the short sound for the letter A. You can notice when I say A, my chin comes down, so A. A as in apple, apple. Now if we move on to the letter E, E has the sound, Do you notice the difference between A and With the short vowel sound E, you want to bring your mouth out, so A as in apple, as in egg. Why don't you try? Apple, egg. Now let's move on to the letter I. The short vowel sound for the letter I is I. We have A as in apple, as in egg, and I as in igloo. You can see that the difference between and I. You can see my bottom teeth a little bit more. So that's a good way to differentiate between the and I sound. You're going to structure your mouth a little bit differently to really hit that sound. So we have I. And what about the O? So we have apple, egg, igloo for I. So apple, egg, igloo. And what about O? The short O sound is ah. You can see here I'm really bringing my mouth so it's going to be an oval shape. So ah. Ah, as in ostrich. Ostrich is a very large bird. So we have A, I, ah. And what about the letter U? The letter U has an sound. Did you hear the difference? We have ah as in ostrich and So how do you make this sound? What I like to say is think about if you get hit in the stomach, somebody punches you and you go That's the sound you want for the short U sound. So we have ah as in ostrich, and how about as an umbrella? So you go umbrella. So let's try those again. We have A for apple, E for egg, I for igloo, ah for ostrich, and for umbrella. So now why don't we look at some minimal pairs? Minimal pairs are words that sound very similar, but there may be one slight difference in the pronunciation, and so you have to be very careful when you hear or you try and say these words. In this case, we're going to look at the vowel sounds. So our first word is going to be pat, as in, I want to pat the animal. Pat, pat. You can see I'm bringing my jaw down again. Pat. And I like animals now that we're talking about them, and I have a pet dog. So why don't we say the word pet? We have pat, pet. Now, in the middle of some different types of fruit, there is what people call a stone, or some of them have seeds. Other ones have pits. A peach, for instance, has a peach pit. So we have pat, pet, pit. Do you see how each word, my mouth is moving just a little bit differently? This is how you're going to get really good sounds, and you have to look for that and really listen hard to hear the difference in the vowels. Now, we want to cook some pasta, and we need to get something to cook it in. What is that? That is a pot. So you cook pasta in a pot. So we have pat, pet, pit, pot. And now, what was the last vowel sound that we had? We had ah, I, You're right. So we're going to continue with these words. What do you think the next word is going to be? If you said putt, you're correct. So think about if you're going golfing and you're really close to the hole and you want to get a good score. So what do you take out? You take out your putter. So you get ready to putt. So we have pat, pet, pit, pot, putt. Very difficult, I know. So why don't you close your eyes and listen carefully while we do that again. Are you ready? So with your eyes closed, listen. We have pat, pet, pit, pot, putt. Do you hear the difference there? If so, good job. If not, don't worry, it is very difficult, but let's just try to say them again. So repeat after me and make sure that you're forming the right shape with your mouth, okay? So let's start. Pat, pet, pit, pot, putt. Good. So let's do that a little bit faster now. Pat, pet, pit, pot, putt. Did you do it? Good for you. So this is a good exercise to work on if you want to work on your vowel sounds. So if you can do it really fast, then you know that you're doing a good job. Pat, pet, pit, pot, putt. All right, that's all for today. I hope I've helped you, and take care.